Yes. So if you guys see
random
people on Periscope, random people on Periscope can like, I guess they can comment or say stuff so you guys may see it.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, we can link this on Periscope? Really?
Yeah.
We're
Anybody?
everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous because I don't know what the hell your
Why you
fans are going to
nervous,
start
Sola?
asking us from Periscope.
Why are you nervous?
Because you already have dudes in my inbox from last time with they want fishnets, they want the shoes.
What the hell?
I'm not gonna go on about what our other did.
They always ask
creepy.
me. They always ask me for panties.
They might be
always
into it.
ask me.
Creepy.
They always ask me for panties.
Well, this is also why I wanted to do a homage to fathers in a sense.
I love it.
Fathers have been my biggest supporters. Grown ass men
Yeah.
have been my biggest supporters. Okay.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day,
I don't know where
everybody.
you're going with this, Vanessa,
Thank
but
you.
I'm gonna go with you on this journey.
Yes.
Vanessa,
I like this topic.
So yeah. Personally, I wanted to get into a little bit of you guys' business as far as like, what's one thing that you have managed to successfully hide from your father?
Oh,
Nothing.
Really?
yeah.
Nothing.
Again, let me make sure he's not on social media at the
Nothing?
time.
Like zero?
Because he would still beat me for this shit when I was a teenager.
I have managed to
No, because my dad, both of my dads, I have two. So both of them, my real father was just cool as hell. So even if I lied, he knew when I was lying. So there was no reason for lying.
Oh, you're
And then my second dad, he would always figure it out. So I always was like, skip it. I'm just gonna go hard since I'm gonna get in trouble anyway.
So Beauty, you're just like me and Vanessa. We have two daddies as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two daddy crew. And you know, I had on a side note, I had to save my stepdaddy last night because he was super drunk after our barbecue. And he was drive somewhere, and I was just like, "No, I'll take everybody home because I just my Father's Day."
Everybody always drunk at the barbecues. Vanessa Pro. I want y'all to know that.
So he had a little.
Don't think it's the family. It's Vanessa. She be spiking them drinks. But anyway,
I did provide Johnny Walker. I did.
You drink Crown Royal.
I did provide
Vanessa.
Yes.
Vanessa, he had a little too much fun.
That was just for the base coming out of Johnny Walker.
No, the big Johnny Walker. It was a Johnny Walker like gift set that I got him. But yes, also wanted to get into this. But for me,
that was just smidget of Beijing creeping into the barbecue. You, Vanessa.
My father always shouts out that word Beijing. But anywho,
it was like I'm a smidget Beijing.
Even last night, I was like, we were talking about the Labor Day parade because I went to my aunt's barbecue too. So we were talking about the Labor Day parade and how it's not going to happen this year. My dad was just like, "We cannot shun the West Indians. We are Bayesian too." So he always constantly reminds us of that. But I also
they're going to figure it out a way. Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to be a bunch of West Indians on the parkway by themselves. They don't even need no floats.
No security, no
officers can stop them. They were mobbed there.
I agree with that.
The million-man West Indian
I agree with that.
On Labor Day. That's exactly what's going to be.
And I'm probably going to be out there too because I have not missed one in
years. East Parkway, everything shut down.
Yes. Well, being that no one's really hiding anything from their father like me, I'll move on to one of my next questions.
Oh, yeah, we know. Yeah, you're hiding.
And Bottles, you can speak from
both. Hiding some things. But,
yes. Bottles can probably speak from both perspectives when it comes to this.
The only thing I did was sneaking people in my house.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
But he knew, but he wouldn't tell me. Like, I never admitted it. So I guess that's how he couldn't say who it was. Because, like, I remember there was one time I let a dude come over, whatever it is, and I did whatever I did with him. And he wanted to shower. And I told him, no, go to your house. And then the nigga took the rag and wrapped it around the cord in the toilet bowl.
What?
So my dad started trying to flush the toilet. He's like, "What the fuck is he doing in my toilet?" He called the plumber and everything. Plumber lifted up the bowl, whatever. There's a rag wrapped around the cord, toilet bowl. How the fuck did a rag get him a goddamn toilet bowl? And I was like, my little cousin probably did it. I don't know. You always have them here. I told you stop having them here. I don't want to babysit them. I don't want to watch them. I feel bad. I blame it on my cousins, but I was not getting that having a nigga in the crib because that would be a lot about what I was doing in the crib. I snuck somebody in the house. I did whatever I did in the house. Think about it. Yeah, that's poor ass women's committee.
All right, so
and my dad wasn't hitting me with no belts back then. My dad was straight KO in my.
I'm gonna get to the beatings too, because Papa don't take no mess. We gonna get to that part too. Yes. Yes. Anything you
videos,
father?
Say again, Vanessa. I didn't hear you.
Anything you ever hid or not told your fathers?
I mean, you know, my dad, he was really cool. Both my fathers, really. So I didn't have to hide anything because I could just, you know, put it out there to him. And, you know, this is my biological father. And, you know, I would ask his opinion and he would literally pretty much say one thing. If it wasn't cool, he would be like, bullshit. So then I'm like, okay, I need to stop that because it's bullshit, you know. Or, you know, if I was dating somebody and I would ask my father, like, what do you think of him? You know, with one dude, he was like, I hate that motherfucker. And that was it. So I was like, okay, so he sucks. Clearly he sucks. But my bonus daddy, because I don't like the word stepdad.
Bonus.
Really? My bonus daddy.
Bonus.
My bonus daddy.
I like that. My bonus dad.
He's my bonus daddy, you know, and may they both rest in peace. But my bonus daddy, he just loved me unconditionally. So it didn't matter. Like, even if my mom caught me doing something, he was like, she didn't do that. My baby would never do that. And my mother would be like, I'm going to beat her ass because, yes, she did. Because I did.
The bonus daddy was like, let's try to save her as much as we can.
One time, Sally beat both of us one time.
Because
he wouldn't move, and I was like trying to hide under him, and she was like, "I will beat the shit out of both of y'all," and she did.
Sally,
we both got a beating.
And she did.
Rest in peace, Earl Brown.
Oh, I did hide something. I thought about that. I definitely did hide something.
What?
That's my brother, y'all. Don't mind him. I definitely did. I definitely hid the fact I crashed the car the first time I drove from my dad. My dad doesn't really know why I got fired from the job I got fired from. Sexual harassment, which it partially was.
You're breaking up, bro.
Car and some by accident.
Okay, so he never found out that you crashed his car.
I'm not repeating that story.
You said I'm not repeating.
And I'm never repeating the story again. That was it. Bad enough I did it on live, on my phone.
And Bottles, anything you ever hid from your father or anything?
I got the video and everything in my village.
I got a different kind of experience that I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah.
So I never got a chance to tell my father anything because my father passed when I was 2 years old. But I will tell you this, what I'm going through. My 13-year-old son, I can tell he is hiding stuff from me. And I don't necessarily know how to talk to him to get it out of him because of our relationship. He doesn't live with me. And Precenda, you know more than probably anybody in here because I talk to you more about it.
Right.
But she knows how
what do you think he's hiding?
It's hard to say. I definitely, I know he is. I definitely know he is.
Do you talk to him a lot? Like, you know, just having regular conversation?
I just had a talk with him just now. So my Father's Day gift was I was catered to burger and lobster.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
And I had to go pick it up. So on the ride there, I had him come with me so we could just talk, you know, just chop it up.
Ooh.
Right.
And we was talking, we had a good talk. And even with that talk, I knew how to talk to come about that conversation to get him to talk. But that talk didn't fill the void that I know that's you know what I'm saying, that's vacant. because he's not feeling that. I know my son. I know him.
Right.
He's hiding something and he don't want to tell me, but he talks to other people, and I have to hear it from other people.
But let me ask you this, because my middle nephew, you know, he started acting real strange. Usually he tells me everything, right? And so I took him to the park and we were just walking, you know, and I was just trying to get in his head. Turns out it wasn't anything serious, like it's serious for him, but like, you know, not earth shattering. He liked this girl, but the girl didn't like him. She liked his best friend and his little heart was broken. So, you know, while I thought it was something really serious because, you know, he was behaving weird, like and moving funny.
Now, I don't think, you know what? To be honest, I don't even think it's anything serious. I think it has more to do with him and his mom's relationship and how he feels about it.
Okay.
And he doesn't know how to explain himself or, you know, let his feelings out about it or tell me how he feels. He kind of bounces around subjects. And his main thing is, because I always told him, like, you don't have to hide nothing from me. But I think he thinks that once he tell me, I'm gonna come for him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's so not the case. But
you know
he's afraid of his mom.
What was the example that you had that showed you how to be like a father? Being that you maybe didn't have that actual exact dominant figure.
Yeah.
Who else was there, like uncles or cousins, anything like that kind of like led you?
For me?
Yeah.
For me, Solo? I mean, like you saying, like, who was my influences, basically, something like that?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, we talked about this before.
Yeah, like who was it that guided you on this?
Eddie Murphy, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Billy D. Williams, all the smooth brothers.
Nice.
All the smooth. Blair Underwood, that nigga's a smooth brother.
Yes, he is.
Morris Chestnut, all these guys, man, they play roles in certain movies and certain roles, and I paid attention to them. I see how, you know, they treated women, how women reciprocated that love when they treated them a specific way. I paid attention to that, you know what I'm saying? And those roles, those was my fatherhood figures. You know what I'm saying?
But did you have any like real life examples? You know what I mean? Oh, that's hard.
Oh, let me tell you.
Going
back to the subject, because why this subject, the Rolling Stone shit is a beautiful subject. So the reason why I'm actually fucking born in New York is my mom's chased my dad to New York.
Oh wow.
Because my family's from South Carolina. Like everybody from South Carolina. Precenda, we talked about this too.
Yep.
And he had
Gullah Kids, Hilton Head, Cheese, period.
All that shit. He was into some, you know, the hustle game, whatever, and got into some trouble down there, Atlanta area, South Carolina, all that shit, and ended up running to New York. My mom's, being a ride or die chick she was like, fuck that, you not leaving me, B.
I know
in 1978, she followed his ass. He left in 78. She came up in 79 behind him, and I was born in 80.
Oh, wow.
So there I go. And then the word is, because I honestly speaking to y'all, yo, to the live, to the world, I really to this day still don't know how my father passed away.
Oh wow!
Because I hear words that he committed suicide, but I don't know for sure. So,
do you think it would help you if you knew, like the story?
Yeah, man, Precenda, I talked to you about that behind the scenes, but I've done my research. I done found family members. I done found recent family members that I just found. Like, I swear to God, this year, some is this year alone. Some I just found out, some died from corona.
Wow.
That I just found out. Like, how you found out that way, right? That's your way. But it's weird. And when I reached out to them, I hit them with when I hit them with certain shit that make you be like, this nigga can't be lying. I hit them with the whole government of my government, the year my dad died, how he had died, all this shit. They're like, damn, I heard about you in New York, a son that he had in New York, but I never really knew that you existed. But only me was the one that wanted to do the research and find out about these motherfuckers. Right. They don't give a fuck.
And you know,
about me.
it's hard for Southerners to give up a secret, because they will take a secret to the grave. You know, and you got to dig deep into the 99 relatives to put the story together.
That's a fact.
It's important to do that research, because honestly, Because fathers aren't the people who give birth. It's easy for fathers to become detached if they don't put in that effort to remain in contact. For me, I've never lived with my biological father ever, but my biological father has always been in my life. I've always known who he was. Even though, like, see how you went to go pick up your son bottles recently to have a talk with him? I would be outside in East York and my father would randomly show the fuck up. Get it? Like all the time. So those things are those influences are important. And there was several times like my father would come and he'd ask me certain questions. He wouldn't get an answer the first time. He wouldn't get an answer the second time. And the third time he asked me, I'm spilling my guts. But over time, I think those experiences of a child, even if that child doesn't completely open up in a way that a parent might want them, sometimes I think parents don't realize that their influence is something that a parent could just say in the midst of a conversation can impact the child unintentionally. My father
and you're right about that. I mean, because both, we all come from men who were not the types to sit down and say, oh, like I feel this way, you're my son, or but I knew that, both my dads loved me, and I knew that they both told me, as an adult, that they were proud of how I turned out, My bonus dad, he wasn't one for a lot of words, but he loved unconditionally. And one day he just looked at me and said, you know what, you're a great girl. And like, like I kept that for the rest of my life, just hearing him say it. And my biological father, he definitely was not from a kind of family that would like sit down and, but he would mail me these emotional greeting cards that, that used to just blow me away. And, that was another way that I knew like how much I meant to him.
And that's actually extremely important.
My dad gave me my dad gave me like this jumbo birthday card. And this is like how I knew something was wrong with my dad, but he really means well. It literally said, I would give you away or somebody would kidnap you, but they would bring you back or I would you. And I would sit here and be like, is that really what the hell you gonna put in a card for my birthday? A big ass jumbo card that you love me. But it's like to know my dad, you'll get those sixth sense of humor to understand like that love is really there. Like my dad, in order for him to kind of be sensitive on things, like without my mom being there and everything like that, since everybody already up to this point of mom thing, he would watch Oprah. He would try to talk to other females. Like he would try his best, but sometimes it would just really be a hit and a miss. But the effort was there. So
the effort is what counts the most. I feel like when it comes to these situations, some people do not have their fathers or mothers. Like, but that doesn't mean that people don't gain knowledge from different realms in life. But that's what leading to my next question.
Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to say this last thing. How my son be giving me the tough love, like reverse of how parents supposed to give tough love. What my son do, the oldest, to his friends and shit, and even my friends, like he talking to them or they talking to him about me, about how I was when I was an athlete. He'd be like, yo, my dad is this, my dad is that. But he talking to me, and he'd be like, you ain't shit. I will bust your ass. I will, he played football, so he like, I'll tackle you, I'll tackle your ass, you a little nigga, all this shit. But to everybody else, he'd be like, yo, my dad
that's what it is.
My dad can shoot threes and he's fast. I'm superhero to his friends. To me, that nigga be mad disrespectful. I be wanting to choke the shit out this nigga.
Maybe that's a guy thing because, and I'm not gonna lie, it's always good. Not even maybe it's not a guy thing because I would say it's always the child's, I guess, responsibility sometimes to pull your parents' leg just a little bit. Because
nigga, he do more than pull my leg, son. I be wanting to choke this nigga, B. For real.
My dad has a flip phone. Like
that's how those with my dad though.
Oh,
they be like, your dad was giving love back in the day, and I'd be like, cool. I talk about my dad
Wait,
like
Vanessa.
a dog sometimes.
Vanessa.
You better not.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
You never told me
Okay.
that Dad was rocking
Sit
with
out
a
here
flip
with the
phone.
bob.
Yes, my father. Yes, Hirsch. I'm loving your look. We know I have a question actually too, but yes, Precenda. My dad still owns a flip phone. He bragged about it.
Shit.
We were.
I can't even believe he gets service.
He gets service, and you know what? Because last night it was where we had the food at outside. He couldn't see. So one of us, my cousin, she had her iPhone out. So my cousin, she flipped her iPhone like with the flashlight. And my dad go pull out his flip phone talking about, I got a flashlight too. I'm like, but that's still a flip phone. I said, Dad, no, you don't. Like,
He disrespected his
Dad. No.
It's the effort that he put in.
But you know what? I love that he's still rocking his flip phone. I kind of love that.
It's crazy. You build
like, I kind of love it.
You engineer for a living, but you
you on the beach?
You know why? Because I just have a mental picture in my head.
Especially on a destination
of an old school dude just whipping out his flip phone. Like, you can't beat that image. It's fucking awesome.
I
would be mad if somebody ever be like, let me get your number.
Yeah.
I don't I'd be mad.
What was the
you know the buttons make sound, so it's
what's your next question? I like this topic. What's the next question?
Biggest lesson learned from a parent, or not even from a parent, or from a father figure in your life? To be your father, your uncle. Biggest lesson or realization moment.
Oh, mine is good.
The biggest lesson?
Go ahead, Bottles. Yours is good?
Mine is good. Well, it's good for me.
Live life in life's terms.
Being that yes is good. Mine is really simple. So I'll just go with this. My father has always, he says this all the time. My father is everybody meet your friends, and it's lonely at the top.
That's
it's lonely at the top.
Yeah, I remember when I first started college and I was feeling some kind of way because I made a lot of friends. Lost a lot of friends, then made a lot of friends. But sometimes when you're going into new environments, new experiences, you become unsure of yourself. You become unsure of the people that you're around. And my father was always someone who was behind me, who reassured me in who I was being, and the fact that I wasn't being a follower or just being around people just to go along and get along. He was the person in my corner constantly reminding me, like, you do not need anybody. Continue to be you. Continue to do what you're doing. And I think that was extremely important, because when you're young and you're confused, sometimes if you don't have that backbone, you're not really sure what to navigate or how to navigate in your life. So knowing that it's lonely at the top, hey, I'd rather be at the top lonely than at the bottom. Yeah, everything. So
that's a good lesson.
Yeah, even like, and my dad says this.
I respect it. That's good advice.
I told my dad I got my stimulus check. He's like, "Oh man, it's lonely at the top." That's not. No.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that's my learned lesson from my dad, because he always says that for everything, all the time.
Well, I have a
my dad's lesson that he taught me was always
go ahead,
live life on life's terms.
What'd you say, Solo?
That's what my dad always told me: live life on life's terms.
When did
because like my dad's been 29 years clean, and that's an NA. It's basically where you live life on life's terms, meaning that you can't change today, you can't change yesterday. You go day to day living how you live, and you basically just make sure you do it to the best of your ability. Now, whatever cards are laid out before you, you just make it work to your advantage. Because the problem was, like, he would tell me that because of the fact that, like, me growing up without a mom basically was kind of like a disadvantage. That's what it was supposed to be. But that's the cards that God gave me. So now I can't dwell in it. I can't be miserable in it. I have to learn how to meditate with it and use whatever lesson or purpose that was given to me from experiencing it. So that's the reason why I live by that with a lot of things that I do.
Life, right? I mean, I'll say this to those of you that have your parents still living, because all of my parents are, dead and gone. you know, but I'm a lucky girl that I even had them. And the biggest lesson that I learned from both of my dads was they trusted me to, you know, conduct myself, you know, like in the proper way. And that meant a lot. They just trusted me, you know. There was never a, you know, a sense of disappointment, you know, about anything that I ever, you know, did or decided to do. So, you know, in that regard, I was lucky. And oh wait, so this is when I knew like my dad like had me. Like I never had to, you know, be protected in a sense. We had a family death, my sister. And you know how families get when someone dies. So one of my cousins threatened me. So I called my dad and I was like, Dad, this nigga said blah, blah, blah. So my dad was like, oh, okay. Because real niggas move in silence, right? My dad is the oldest of 13. So on the day of the funeral, everybody showed up. And my dad was like, now let him start some shit. Yeah. So I just never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was so fucking,
Daddy
that was
girl.
fucking cool.
That's it.
That was fucking
Always
cool.
protected.
FYI, my dad's fighting words were, we gonna dance.
Oh, I love that.
Anytime, like he was about to get his, like,
Yo, is that like an old person thing?
dance. I'm like, Dad, what are you?
Oh shit.
Like you want to cha-cha?
Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, I love your stories about
her
your
dad
dad.
really saying that. That's why I'm laughing.
I love the stories about your dad. He got a flip phone. He about to dance. Shit is going down.
But all of a sudden, if I'm
Going down,
and
sucker.
I'm scrolling down and I scroll down Megan Thee Stallion's page, she's like, let me see that. So as soon as I give my dad my phone so he can look at Instagram, he is on Megan Thee Stallion. He's like, who's that?
Oh shit.
And I'm like, oh God, Dad,
Well, he was like that dude with the TikTok
my
when he was
God,
trying to
your
guess the
father is
females.
the
He was
best.
like, oh, ass on her. I mean, her behind.
now he's
Your father,
Look very nice.
at his job about Megan Thee Stallion.
he is the best.
I'm over it.
Your father is the best.
Bottle.
I don't even think my dad has an attraction to any females that I actually know.
My dad likes Megan Thee Stallion.
I think I need a baby like his favorite person.
My dad used to like Delicious from Flavor Flav, but he said she don't look right no more. So now he's like,
Oh
Megan Thee
shit.
Stallion.
So now it's all about Megan Thee
She done
Stallion.
got whiter than Michael Jackson. She don't,
Yeah, he said she don't look right. Bottle.
He's like, she ain't sexy no more.
I can see Vanessa dad like that padding. Wagon.
Oh, man.
Precenda, you better stay away from Huddy.
Oh shit.
Apparently,
You know the
like
old school niggas love me.
with the wagons. I know.
Bottles, biggest. You said you had a good story for us when it comes to your biggest.
But it was good for me. Like it wasn't it was a realization moment. Freshman year in high school, I was on the basketball team, of course, and my JV coach. I went to Kennedy High School. Our rival school was Clinton High School. We was playing Clinton JV team. We was playing them. We was losing. This dude took me out the game in the third quarter. I fucking started bawling, crying, right? Because I was so mad. I was so passionate about beating these dudes. He took me out the game. And after the game, we ended up winning the game, whatever. I got back in the game for a quarter, but bottom line, end of the game, he talked to me, he pulled me to the side, and he was like, you know, that was a bad example of being a role model. You don't understand how much of a role model you are on this team. And he just sat me there and pulled me in the corner and just gave it to me. And at that moment, I knew I had to move different because I was being watched at a different magnitude.
On a different level, right?
You didn't realize the impact.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, it was.
That's real.
And sometimes honestly, sometimes that's what we really need. We really need somebody to just interject. It could be a thought of your actual parent, or it could not be. Sometimes you never know who it's going to be. Who's gonna come into your
You know, they say coaches play as your parents, you know, because they spend a lot of time with you as well, and they teach you life lessons as well. So all of my coaches played that parent role for me because I had one parent majority of my life.
I think that's a really good. I like that story, Bottles. I really do, because I find that you know, black men,
That's the
don't
prime
have
example.
a lot of, you know, ways to, you know, get out what you feel. For black women, it's easy because we will talk to somebody we just met in the bathroom. But no,
Yeah.
we will. Like I'm still friends with like girls I
Yep.
met in the bathroom. Somebody
The
was
club
crying,
friend.
or I was crying, and you know, and now we have each other's number, you know. And we were women,
Yep.
we get to
Because
do
my
that,
makeup
and
was
you
on
guys
point.
don't. And that's, you know, I mean, I feel bad for black men that y'all don't have that like a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
You know.
Not too many black men who I know have friends. Like most of the friendships of the black men that I know, most of those black men, they have known those guys for a long time. Like
Exactly.
black men I know, they have friendship.
Mhm.
That's my nigga for years. Like
Yep.
it's, you know, like new
Yep.
shit. Like it's
Vanessa,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Now we're gonna go back to about 3 weeks ago when your topic was, or the subject came up about when dudes be talking about females in circles.
yes.
And then I said, we not talking about no chicks normally in a good light
Oh, Lord.
unless we know them or that's our wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you just that connected. That's all I'm saying.
I see the connection. Okay, so
See
the
what I'm
only
saying?
time that y'all look like y'all have negative connotation about a female is because y'all actually know who that person is. It's not
No.
because it's a random person.
Because they're not wife or because they're not family, like knowing them for years. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Vanessa, I don't think he mean it the way you mean it. You know, this, can I break it down? Can I break it down?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't speak on, you would speak on a character from how you know it
The
on the
hoes,
ground level.
they get put in a particular category, and y'all are talking about hoes. You're not talking about Vanessa, Solo, Precenda, you know, whoever else is on that list. Am I right? Did I get it?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's not about upstanding women. It's about the women who ain't shit anyway.
Y'all spend a lot of time talking about them bitches.
That's it. I mean, you know what you do.
But I mean, truth be told, everybody talks about everybody. But I guess sometimes and it could probably be a nature of women, period. Women, like I just feel like women have.
Let me ask y'all a question before you even continue with this.
Go ahead.
What exactly was your question, Precenda? You said we spend a lot of time talking about women. You said?
No, I said y'all spend a lot of time talking about them bitches.
Them bitches. All right.
That ain't
Now,
shit.
All right. I'm glad you said that. Let's take 3 people right now, right?
Okay.
Al Princess,
Right.
E,
Yeah.
and let's go with Jason Law.
Yep. That's the trifecta I'm always in.
All right. Now, them 3 in the conversation, what are they talking about?
Pretty much.
It's always, you know, hoes.
Bitches,
That's what I'm saying.
bottles,
Other than, I'm asking you, other than that,
money.
what are they talking about?
Other than that, usually it's a conversation about, you know.
Jason is talking about what sneakers Al got on.
Yeah.
Because they some exclusive shit and how he want them or he want the color.
But we're all fascinated by Al's footwear because I am too.
I'm just telling you what the conversation is. I am too. Yeah. I'm telling you what the conversation is. But in actuality, Jason just want y'all to look at his sneakers.
I see where you're coming from.
I got it.
And you know what is crazy when it comes to females? Like, it's a little bit of similarity and the opposite at the same time. Because women, we get together, we talk about niggas too. Like, we do talk about niggas. Niggas are a part of the conversation. Like,
I know.
Nigga shit, and we have to try to understand the nigga shit that's going on.
Yeah, true, Vanessa. Good one. Good one for Father's Day.
I think the difference is with women, though.
Yeah.
We'll tell you that we said that shit. Niggas won't admit it.
Said what?
Like like I've been in situations where dudes have lied about like fucking something like that, and I'll be like, "Word," in a group chat. Now I'm gonna go press you. You fuck me? When did you fuck me? I don't remember this. You shouldn't brag about that. That's terrible if I don't remember fucking you and you bragging about this shit. That means your dick was trash. Now female be like, girl, this nigga dick was trash. Da, 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 in the chat, whatever it is. And dude come up to her and be like, yo, you said my dick was trash. Yeah, I did. It was in a group chat with the girls, and that's my feelings. And yeah, I told you that already, though. What can you really say to me? Like, I feel like when it comes to those type of situations, people admit that does, because I feel like the ego of a man gets shattered quicker than the ego of a female.
I think I can go for both genders because
that's how I feel about it. I mean, the cases that I've been in, they'll admit to their mans that they said shit, but when the person they talking about comes to them and says, "Hey, you said that shit. What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. That's a whole lie. Who said that? I didn't say that shit. Call him up right now. Call him up right now. I bet you gonna say I ain't say that shit. You make shit up."
I feel like men.
Vanessa, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like one, that could be applied to both genders, and two, I feel like men might be more realistic and honest when it comes to certain things because men have a certain disconnect when it comes to emotion. So I feel like men are gonna be the first people to be like telling the truth in a sense, like, because they can't, like they always say, women are the best cheaters because women have several layers to them to be able to mask things and do certain
shit.
When dudes,
we know how to that's because we know how to multitask. We know how to multitask.
Yeah, most of the time when dudes are lying, like females can tell, oh, this is lying. But like,
yo, can I be honest with you? Well, I ain't gonna say honest with you. I'm sure y'all know too, but a big reason in that is cheating is better off with females that are accepting of the situation, because niggas are gonna accept the situation more than a female will.
Really? So you think a dude would accept his girl cheating more than a girl would accept his?
Oh no.
No, wait. I think y'all misinterpreting what I'm saying.
That nigga will cry a river, make her sing bitches ain't shit, fuck her mother, her dog too.
Yeah.
I ain't never
what I'm saying,
Bottles, I got what you're saying. I get it.
I didn't get it.
Say it back to me let me make sure.
I got what you're saying.
What? Can you repeat it, Bottles?
Yeah. I want percent of the time.
No, repeat it first, because they get it.
All right. What I'm saying is, when it comes to cheating, right? Right? You listening?
Yeah.
When it comes to cheating, when a male is being the side nigga in a situation, aside from a female being a side chick in a situation, the dude is more willing to be the side nigga and make the cheat happen easier for a nigga, for the female.
Yes.
Then the female is gonna make it difficult. That's why the lying comes in on the male half. I agree
with that, because the female will come in as a side bitch, and then like 6 months later.
That's why it's difficult. So, and a nigga could sit right there when this chick is on the phone with the dude just to shut him up and be no problem. Chicks ain't with that shit. Chicks ain't with. I don't want you to be talking to your baby moms.
But and you know why? Because
that's not true.
Here's the deal.
I'm majority, not all, but majority.
But here's the deal. All right.
The treatment changes because you try to make that female feel comfortable, so you start getting girlfriend treatments.
And that's what
to make her at ease with the situation that she's in now.
That's what I was going to get to, Solo. Because here's the bottom line, and in honor of Father's Day, yes, you are right. Men are
in honor of Father's Day
situation for what it is, right? Women, here's where we falter. We don't accept that, you know, if you lay down with a man long enough and often enough, you are going to catch feelings.
Yes.
And we don't like admitting that we feel something for someone. That's another disconnect in the Black community where Black women are concerned. We are disconnected. And we fucking lie to ourselves. We will lay down with a man and then lie to ourselves about feeling something. But there's something wrong with you if you don't feel something if you laying down with a man for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's a different nigga every time, all right. But if it's the same dude, yeah, you feel something. If you lay down with me, I feel something. Like, fuck that.
And you know, Precenda,
it could be different levels on feeling.
Go ahead, Vanessa. Say what, Vanessa?
To say I understand that mindset. I've been in situations where I'm like, oh no, I started off, I'm like, no, we just fucking, it's cool. Like I'm okay.
Yep.
3 months in, I'm like, oh no, nigga, what the fuck are we doing?
Exactly.
But also, I think it's an honest conversation to have, and it's also important for the guy to be honest about his relations as well. Some dudes can be like, well, no, we still just fucking. Like, I don't know what the fuck are you on. Or some dudes, they'll be like, no, you mean a lot to me, and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, because they want to keep the pussy train coming.
Exactly. So that's why I feel like, yes, females, it's important for females to be honest about their feelings, but it's also important for men to be honest about their intentions as well. Like, if you know you just with a chick for just fucking, and she's shown herself to be clear about how she has changed her feelings, whether she feels more for you at a certain point, it's your responsibility to be like, oh, whoa. This
Chop to me, nigga. Cut that shit, son. Chill.
Yeah. Or, like I always say, pay a bitch. When you pay a bitch, it's clear.
Just say chill. Chill.
Exactly.
Well, because when you may I add, Vanessa?
Yes.
Because when you are paying a woman, you're not paying her for sex. You're paying her to go away.
Yeah.
But
what?
Am I right, Vanessa?
You're paying a female to say, hey, this is for you not doing. I call you when I'm ready. And if you feel any kind of way.
I say it's a crack. That's the answer to everything.
No.
But the problem is that because dudes don't want to pay bitches, they want to sweet talk bitches instead. That's what gets niggas fucked up.
Again, because they want to keep the pussy train coming.
Right. But if you keep the pussy train coming, you don't have to lie and say something.
What if a nigga being cool
that genuinely will respect the situation? Like, honestly, to me, if you come to me and say something to me like, yo, I'm trying to smash, I may make it a little hard for you to smash because, hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's, heavy related to the great Tupac or everything like that. But that's really what it is. I don't want something that easy. I want to be able to work for it. If you just flinging it my way, it's like, okay, well, there it is. And there it goes. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's you probably gave it to everybody. But if you come to me with a real situation, I can handle the situation accordingly. But if you come to me on some bullshit like, what's your name? What's your number? Oh, you like butterflies?
On that
me
big
too.
shit.
That's crazy.
So that was that big shit. Together? What's your name? What's your sign?
Nigga,
you're rather Tupac shit, not big shit.
You don't give a fuck about nothing.
Vanessa, what did you get ready to say?
I don't know. I was
from a Libra.
I think it really depends on the person, but honestly,
trying to make somebody feel it.
It's not always about a fling when it comes to people just getting together. It's really based on an understanding. If two people want to get straight to the point and they want to look at it, that's what they have that understanding. But I feel like some people, they want the games and they want the twists and the turns and the to woo me and all the other kind of shit. Some people don't. Some people just like, shout out to the baby daddies out there because a lot of them have taken great care of me. But I've dealt with dudes in the past.
I was about to say that's how a lot of people get baby daddy situations.
And they took great care of me because honestly, they loved being around me. But at the same time, they love their family too. And for me, out of respect of doing these things, I'm going to take care of me. I don't have nothing against you, your family, or anything like that. I've texted several dudes today and told them Happy Father's Day, and they appreciate that. It's really based on the relationship that the female and the man creates. But I feel like because men are leaders and men are initiators, it's up to them to dictate what kind of relationship that's going to be and where it's going to go. Female is following in your lead. You the man, lead. That's kind of how I see things.
I kind of think you're right, and I kind of don't. Because, and here's a little secret that I feel like women should know. You're always leading what's going to happen in a relationship. And all the women here know this. We know in the first 3 seconds whether we're going to smash with a dude or not. And it's up to him to figure out how to get to that point. Because we've all had a situation where we're like, yeah, you know what? Me and him, we definitely. And then he'll say something to fuck it up, and you're like, oh, no.
You were just going to get some pussy.
Nope. You was right. You were right there. You were right there.
Dumbass.
And
Shut
then
up.
you opened your
Stupid
mouth
ass.
and fucked it up.
You just talked yourself out of it.
So the point is, we are always leading where it's going to go. And on the flip side of that, in honor of Father's Day, you all have to know when to shut up.
Yeah.
So that you can, because we all want to get to the same point. We really do. We all want to get to that point.
Yeah.
Know that when you get to a certain point, stop talking.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
When you saying certain point, you saying once you got the victory.
You know,
And
yeah,
I ain't
like
saying,
when you know it's
and I
about
ain't
to
saying
happen.
physically. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm saying when we both
Oh
agree.
my God, the victory.
Victory in the mind.
It is a victory.
Mindset. It is
He's
a victory.
right. It's a victory. Once we get to the point where we are all in agreement that this is going to happen, I'm requesting on
Ain't
behalf
nothing else
of
need to be
all
said after
women,
that.
so Bottles, and you can spread this. I'm requesting on behalf of all women and in honor of Father's Day,
Shut the
please
fuck
know
up.
when to shut the fuck up. Please.
Okay, and happy Father's Day.
And happy Father's Day. Yeah.
Father's Day, yes.
Yeah. In honor of Father's Day, you know.
I can log off if you want.
Because now, like, y'all done fucked it up for us because we were in the mood. It was going
You
down.
gotta
We
stay
were
and
ready.
defend the niggas. You
We
are
done bought
local.
like
You're
we done bought like a a see-through cat suit and shit. You know,
It's an
see-through
old
cat suit has
I'm
been bought.
weak.
You know, I'm wearing expensive
A
perfume.
secret pat.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
stop
can't
talking.
teach niggas the game, son.
I didn't say
can't.
you could teach them. I'm just saying you might want to mention it.
I do too much in the
Y'all
shit,
need to
you know?
really, like,
I feel like men are constantly.
but guys have to really understand that y'all need to play the powerful positions that y'all have, because I've seen situations where two women have been pinned up against each other, both having kids with a man, because the man is in between and running the same game between both of them. It goes back to the whole thing of understanding all over again. If you're honest with somebody and you have that clear understanding, you won't have this baby mother, baby number two, number one competition. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been sick to death of seeing bitches fight over their baby fathers. Why the baby father fucking somebody else? I be sitting here like, girl, just let it go.
Then that clarity of males and men have to be made. Sometimes when you, and just like females and women, sometimes when you see certain men, that doesn't it does not.
Okay, heard that, girls. That's
you know what? Bottles.
Yes.
You said it right, girls.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it right, because a woman's not going to fight over no nigga with no next bitch.
Anybody,
women not doing that.
Is going to
girls would do that
situation. Anybody who's a real man does not want his baby mother fighting.
Thank you, Vanessa.
To make sure, okay, let me.
Thank you, Vanessa.
But I don't have that problem.
Real men, and like you, Bottles, real men don't have that problem.
Exactly. I mean, my father had other children.
Well, you are in the 5 percentile of real men that don't have that.
Right. And I'm 5% of more than that too. That nigga, that nigga's in that.
My father had other children when my mother and he had their black divorce, right? Meaning that they died still married to each other. So it was a black divorce. But no, it's a black divorce. So, however, though, the mother of my younger siblings, she was a real woman because she made sure that we all got together and she would make dinner for us so that all of his girls could be together. That's a woman. That is a woman.
Exactly.
There was no thing about
because them children didn't ask to be in those situations.
All of that bullshit. We were all very clear, and she was a woman.
Yeah, and that's extremely important. And we allow. I feel like allow behaviors or the unhelpful behaviors of people who are immature to take the people who are actually handling their business, actually taking care of people, actually being responsible. I feel like Father's Day is important because a lot of times, especially when it comes to black men really get a really bad rap when it comes to fatherhood. And for me, I personally don't have that. Having two daddies, I don't have that experience. So for me, it's hard for me to be around. And I'm not saying that different females' experiences aren't real. I'm not saying that there aren't ancient fathers out there.
Exactly.
There is a huge amount of really good fathers, or men who are in their children's lives, or men who don't have kids, but they're extremely good father figures. And people don't think about those things.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Fathers out there, mothers
They are looked at like good cops.
Like literally,
Where are they?
I'll tell you this
Right.
though. Something
And
my dad literally
way more
my
good
little
fathers than good cops. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And that's not
That's a
his
super
child.
Can
fact.
I say something that I see?
Like
Because I live
when my
across
mom
the street
passed away,
from the park, right? Here's something I see that really does warm my heart.
Mhm.
You know, because like I said, I live across the street from the park. And soon as spring comes, all I see are young fathers out there with their children in the park. And a ton of black men out there in the park with their children, enjoying the day, having a picnic, having a barbecue. And, you know, I said to myself, wow, this is an image that they said doesn't exist, but I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
Yep.
matter of where you're looking.
Yeah.
It's a matter of where you're looking.
Yeah.
You know, there's a ton of young men that grew up on this block and now they have children. And I always see them with the children. You know, and it's not like, look at me, I'm babysitting. They don't say shit like that, you know.
Yeah, what does that mean? Because I be seeing guys.
I hate when parents say that shit. That's your baby.
Like,
If you tell me you are babysitting your own children, you can fucking stop talking to me right now.
Exactly. That don't make no damn sense. You ain't getting paid to babysit to watch your damn child.
I'm done. I can't talk to you now.
Yes.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
That's one thing
You're
I
an
can't.
asshole.
I cannot speak to a deadbeat father at all. I won't allow
You
myself
don't hear
to.
mothers saying I'm babysitting my kids.
I can't do it.
Yeah. That's a rarity,
Because
right?
grandmas be babysitting their kids.
That's a rarity right there. And now I wanted to. We are about to come to a close of the show, but I wanted to give some either words of wisdom or encouragement or advice. What would you like to say to any fathers out there, your personal father or father figure? One sentence that you feel that would inspire them or assist them with moving on or saying what their legacy is.
Are we gonna let Bottles go first because he's the dad?
I have no problem with going first.
Bottles can go first. He's the dad.
All right, you're the dad.
To all
One
the fathers
sentence, though.
out
One
there,
sentence.
man, I got more than one sentence. I'm sorry.
No, she said
Right.
one sentence. We're wrapping up.
So
But
all the fathers out there, I want to say this is a vital time in your kid's life to be in your life. All these changes happening for Black Lives Matter, all of this stuff that's going on with Trump and all this nonsense, the pandemic and all this. This is a very vital and important time to be in your sons, your children, your daughters' lives, whatever. Be there, be the person you're supposed to be, lead them in the right direction. And that's all I gotta say.
I like that.
yes, important. It's very important.
Yes, brother man. Yes. Preach, black man.
Yes.
Salute, yeah.
I'll
Go
go.
ahead, Solo.
Oh, well, go ahead, Solo. Mine's just short and sweet. Yeah.
Mine too.
Solo.
The only thing I could say to the black men that are parents, y'all are so annoying. The thing I'm gonna say to the black men that are parents is literally keep fighting. It's not easy. Your kids are not gonna be easy. Like some people are doing trial and error, like it's their first time parenting. Just don't give up fighting. When you care about something and you love it, you're gonna keep fighting until you have no more in you. And that's all that people can ask you to do as parents. That's it.
I like that. Vanessa, let's talk about Cat Daddy.
Yeah.
I love him.
To my future baby father
Yes.
and to all of the men who
Wait,
are
Yes.
fathers, I just want to say that
declare it.
there are black women who love and support you.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a support system to go to. Don't think that you are alone. Don't think that you have to hold the world on your shoulders. There are people out there who are willing to help, and there are people who are, even when you think that you have to stand alone, there's a crowd right behind you standing there to support you.
I love that.
So yeah.
I love that.
Revolutionary. Yes, I'm loving this.
Is it my turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're the only person left, Precenda.
I have been dying to say this. I am so proud of my millennials because you all get a very bad rap, but I am loving the fact that you all are on the front line, putting yourself at risk, putting it out.
P, I can't hear you, P.
Damn it, you froze.
P, can I hear you?
Come on, son.
Precenda had some shit to say.
Drop some fucking juice.
Damn Flatbush
They
service.
ain't like where she was going with it.
Yeah.
That's the man. The man is trying to shut her down.
We mad. She said millennials. They don't like the new us.
That's the man is trying to shut her down. That's what
What
that
the
bullshit
fuck?
is.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. She was about to get in. Now I want to see if P can come back. I'm gonna text her, tell her to come back in. Go out.
Just FaceTime Precenda and put it on your phone and then put it at the screen and we're gonna get the message that way.
Come on, and they did her dirty. She's proud of us millennials.
She is, and which is something I feel like millennials don't really hear that often because.
And I'm not a millennial. That's funny though. But anyway.
Honestly, I feel like this generation of men that are coming up are really wanting to be fathers now. Like when I was young, I would always hear storylines about deadbeats. Da, 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 da. I don't have any people around me, female wise, like I think off the top of my head, that are experiencing any deadbeat fathers.
That's dope.
The reason why I say keep going is I know a lot of fathers that are going through the aspect of the bitter baby mothers and things like that, and it's making them want to give up, especially if they have like priors with course and things like that.
It
makes it very hard for them to be fathers because of the aspect of all the things you have to go through for family court.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's why I say keep fighting because
and you don't win in family court. You don't win in family court.
TK Kirkland always tells everyone.
That's another thing. They really don't.
A child drive down to the court building on a Monday morning, right outside family court, and then think whether you want to either get married or have a baby.
You see how many niggas come out with a sad face, right?
That's how you gonna do that.
You want to have?
That's how you really gonna do that.
Drive down to the courthouse.
Sit there for a half an hour. A half an hour.
You ain't gotta be there that long.
Yeah, you ain't gotta be that long.
Downtown Brooklyn, to J Street, and we gonna stand and go on a first date. We're gonna stand in front of the Supreme Court
building. They gotta smoke a joint though, so they can sit and analyze this shit while it's going down. They're gonna be watching this shit like, yo, what the fuck? This shit's serious. Everybody coming out with a sad face. Everybody.
Nobody's happy coming out of that goddamn building.
Yo, I ain't fucking with this shit, son. I'm strapping up, son. I'm wrapping it up. Wrap it up.
I be mad as hell just sitting there being supportive. I be like, this some bullshit. They ain't call your name yet.
That shit
damn.
Crazy.
Yo.
It's not alphabetical order. Don't your name gotta be in it?
Criminal court.
Damn.
When it comes to doing dumb shit, yo,
even family court.
Go sit outside of criminal court. Go sit outside.
I ain't here for it. Nah.
But that's gonna be sitting out there like, so when do you come home from jail? You want a family? You ready to? You said you got 2 years, so if I wait 2, we're gonna
don't be
have
booing
family.
them. Don't be booing them niggas.
You gonna be done with this bullshit? You gonna be ready to come home?
I don't want jail niggas no more. I don't want niggas in jail. I want niggas who are out of jail. I'll take you if you're.
Oh, you don't want jail niggas no more? All right, got you.
I know, but I want ex-jail niggas. Right. The ones who are.
How much time we got on this? Yeah, ex-jail. I don't need to hear this, man.
Jail niggas. You don't want an ex-jail bitch?
Solo's the only one I want.
That means her pussy tight. Like
Solo
hasn't been fucking.
Solo, you the only ex-con I want.
What? I'm not on. Don't do that.
I'm sending Precenda.
You giving me charges I ain't never had. What kind of shit is this?
Come back in.
You been in juvie or something, son.
Do you have?
No, I haven't. I've always been surrounded by my lonely.
Have you ever been arrested?
Who, me?
No, Solo.
I plead the fifth.
No.
XCOM. I'm out.
You've never been arrested, like ever?
I've been handcuffed and restrained, but I've never been processed. So no, I've never been.
That's luck.
That's super luck, man.
That's luck for real.
I was in jail for
That's not really
I was like, get me out of here.
when
Facts, right? Fuck you talking about?
when people pay attention
You dodge mad bullets.
Life.
You the most gangster one out of all of us, and you said you didn't get processed.
See what it is. They'll realize that you're things, and that maybe you're just trying to be calm, but you're a little irrational because you can't get it together right now because you're hyped. They'll tell you calm down, whatever it is. They'll put you in the cuffs. After a while, being in them cuffs, you gonna calm your ass down because you really can't do too much or nothing.
Did you go in the car and they drove you anywhere?
And then that's when they'll be like, "All right, are you calm? They'll take the cuffs off. You say whatever you have to say.
You showed them some
and
shit.
They'll decide if they want to push it further.
Oh, thank you.
Come on, son. Niggas ain't letting us go.
I've been maced before. I wasn't playing with the rest
not because we was calm. Okay? Calm ain't nothing. That ain't doing nothing. I was calm.
No, I seen that. Yo, I love my dad. My dad's got locked up for me before. And my dad was dead ass in the train station, and
they won't let me go back
in. I don't know what happened, whatever it is, like the dude started yelling.
Precenda had something black and positive to say, and they won't let her go back in.
They won't let her back in. That's fucked up. I heard her say it.
Because that's Trump with that bullshit.
Precenda, can you give us your lasting advice?
Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, I will. So, as I started to say, I am very proud of how the millennials have handled, this whole situation, and putting themselves out there on the line, because you guys always get the rap of being, lazy, not really well informed and really don't do shit. And the millennials are the ones that are changing the game. And I am so proud. So my lasting word to the millennials and to the fathers, and it's just one sentence. You're doing your best. You're doing the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the best you can. None of our parents knew how the fuck we were going to turn out. They just did the best they could.
Yeah.
And you guys, same thing. You're doing the best that you can. So that's my advice to you. You're doing the best that you can.
Nice. I love that. That's a beautiful note. Beautiful note. What the fuck happened to my goddamn light? Okay, there we go.
But I'm saying
there we go.
We're trying to be acting positive and look.
It looks like a split screen.
The part of us still being black. We're figuring this shit out.
Oh well, true.
It looks like a split screen, like we are one.
A little bit, right? We are together.
It's a thumbnail. Oh my god, that's so cute. I like it. I like this.
Right. Thank you. Well, thank you guys for participating. You guys can follow C Black the Business at C Black the Business on Instagram. Solo Charm at Solo.
Oh, guys.
L0_charm, right? Underscore.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Precenda at Precenda Inc. on Instagram, and me, your girl Vanessa Smilez, Vanessa_Smilez. Shout out to Hershey the rapper and Miss Beauty Doll for checking in with us on this broadcast. Shout out to Gals of Grey as well as DJ Uncle Tone and the whole Grown Man Show cast. We will see y'all later on. Bye, people.
Bye.
And broadcast.
Well, I can tell you guys, are we off? Are we off air now?